Well, hello there, wonderful wet wanderers. Welcome to Talk to the Fish, where we help you become better divers without turning your wetsuit into a pretzel. Now, let's dive into today's question from Gil Giggles, asking, why should I bother learning to use a SMB if I'm not guiding anyone? Seems like extra equipment I don't need. Useless at SMB?
Oh boy, we've got our work cut out for us today. Let's untangle this safety misconception and show a surface marker buoy for anyone who prefers surfacing to becoming a permanent reef decoration.
So, Regis, before anything else, what is this SMB?
Well, the Surface Marker Buoy, or SMB, is essential equipment that many recreational divers overlook. It's a brightly colored inflatable tube that extends above the water surface.
I once tried to use mine as a pillow during a surface interval. Turns out they're not designed for napping. Who would have guessed?
And it's not a pool noodle either. First and foremost, the SMB serves as your safety signal to surface traffic. It indicates your presence and position to boats above.
Think of it as waving your arms wildly above water, except you don't have to exhaust yourself doing it. Your arms thank you, and your air consumption does too.
Exactly. It's comparable to putting up a bright orange flag on a hiking trail to signal where you are. The direct benefit is reducing the risk of boat collisions and ensuring you're visible to surface support.
You know what they say. Being run over by a boat ruins a perfectly good dive day. I've heard tell of divers without S&B playing an underwater version of Dodge the Propeller, a game with terrible prizes.
Additionally, SMB allows for controlled ascent from depth, especially in low visibility or strong currents.
When you can't see your buddy's bubbles 2 feet away, that S&B becomes your underwater GPS. The current might take you for a ride, but your S&B keeps everyone informed about your unplanned journey.
It's the idea. It functions similarly to having a rope guiding you up a cliff, providing a controlled and safe path. The advantage is preventing uncontrolled ascents, which can lead to decompression sickness or other injuries.
I once witnessed a grouper ascend faster than his bubbles. Poor fellow was bent out of shape for weeks. Now he treats his S&B deployment with the seriousness of a royal ceremony. Safety first, folks.
Another reason to carry a SMB, it might save you from swimming all the way back to shore.
Nice. Because trust me, this little clownfish body wasn't built for marathon surface swims.
One major benefit is drift dive tracking. During drift dives, a SMB allows the dive boat to track your position and pick you up efficiently.
For those just tuning in, a drift dive is when currents carry you along the reef, sometimes to places you never intended to visit.
That's right, Jack. SMB functions as a GPS tracker for your dive group, helping the boat find you even if you drift far from the original entry point.
Nobody wants to test their endurance by swimming against a current.
Indeed, and the main outcome here is ensuring efficient pickup and avoiding long surface swims, or, in worst cases, being lost at sea.
Water taxi, please. The SMB says, "We're over here." So your boat captain doesn't need underwater mind reading abilities to find you.
Now I've got a fifth good reason, and perhaps the most crucial, emergency signaling. An SMB can be used to signal an emergency to surface support.
Try screaming for help when underwater. Not effective communication.
Really not effective. The use of SMB can be comparable to waving a distress flag. It's a clear signal that you need help.
I've heard some divers carry both yellow and red SMBs. Red for everything's fine, just picking us up as planned, and yellow for help, something's wrong down here. That color coding could make all the difference when seconds count.
Thanks, Jack. That's really important.
You're welcome.
The crucial advantage is providing a reliable way to signal distress, even when you can't communicate verbally. In diving emergencies, this visual communication can be life-saving.
Any final thoughts for our viewers who might still think a SMB is just unnecessary weight in their gear bag, Regis?
Simply put, a SMB costs less than a hospital visit and weighs less than a regret. Whether you're diving in crystal clear water or murky conditions, bringing one demonstrates your commitment to safety.
Well, that's a wrap for our fantastically buoyant discussion today. Regis, thank you for sharing your expertise and tolerating my terrible fish puns. That's all for today, fellow fin flippers. I must admit, today's show was so educational, I almost forgot to crack jokes. My one actual talent. My comedy teacher would be horrified. Next week, we'll discuss the sunfish paradox. How can something so big be so frequently mistaken for floating garbage? It's a mystery that keeps me awake at night. Until then, keep your ascents slower than a turtle with a backpack, and your dive boats circling in admiration of your perfect surface marker technique. And remember, stay wet, stay safe, and keep those regulators bubbling.
Forget all the troubles and blues. Dive into the blue. Oh yes, talk to the fish.